away at one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Golden Bears offense will have first crack at this one. The Bears put a whipping on Stanford the last time these two teams met, blowing out the Cardinals.
Blowing them out, creating momentum, creating mojo, getting the bragging rights in this rivalry. That is always something Cal fans look forward to. Giving it to Stanford fans for a whole year, especially when you beat them down.
Yeah, it just seemed for Cal last year like that was personal to them, right? They were so angry heading into that game. They wanted to make an example of their rival, and that's the way it should be every year for both these teams. That's what rivalry games are. It is personal, not just for the players, but for the fans as well.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. On the run, it's Little. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
They go to the ground. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Stanford's offense will go to work for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Unleashes it on the run. Makes the grab on the left side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it all.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams. Stanford and Cal, it comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Tight end finds a soft spot. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Ready, fight. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Bland. They'll run the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
No gain.
And on fourth
play.
down, here comes the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He's now up to 58 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Gonna run it. It's Little. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford. And you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, David, something you hold on to.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. Takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cardinal. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Gardner. Snagged in the middle. It's Little. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Golden Bears send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Stanford lines up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to pass, it's Gardner. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in. It's Little. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Golden Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
The Golden Bears line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Little. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF out.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
He's brought down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Creates a little room. He has the first and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Golden Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
And that's what I I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Harris. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The throw. And that's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, massive expectations when the axe is on the line, and through 2 quarters, Cal and Stanford have not disappointed. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Cal and Stanford plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. We're just about ready to start the second half. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. He's in open space downfield.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Scanning the field, it's Gardner. Got his man down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Golden Bears are on the move. Using his legs, it's Little. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got him. Still running at the 40. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Creates a little space. Line getting set on second down. On the run, it's Carter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
With the catch, it's Perkins. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Trying play action. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A run for the quarterback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Golden Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they... And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass, using the quick game. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They came out hot on this drive. 1 play and already near midfield. Going to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just
always got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Stanford quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll cut this lead down to 5. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Stockton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. To the air, it's Gardner. Wide open downfield. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes to the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cal! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
16.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up.
He's got it on the outside. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. These guys know they're still behind, but still in full-on attack mode, sending basically everybody deep.
Yeah, and it's a play they practiced a lot, Reese. 4 verticals, stretching the field vertically. Nice job by the QB, reading the coverage and going to the right guy.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fakes to grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get...
Breaks into the open. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Dropping back, it's Bland. Here's a heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Golden Bears just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got enough for the first. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Gardner. The sure hands, it's Moffitt. Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. The game is over. Band is not on the field, and it is the sturdy Golden Bears who will come home with the coveted axe after beating Stanford. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.